Lakshmi Prasanna, Assistant Professor, Department of ECE, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering. In this session, we will discuss how to write an assembly language program for string manipulations by using 8086 microprocessor. Performing string manipulations here includes inserting a byte in a string, deleting a byte in a string, reversing a string, and moving a block of data from one location to another location. So here, generally, string consists of some set of numbers. So in order to give more number of inputs, which we will consider as a string, we have to consider here memory locations. Why? Because if we give these all inputs by using registers, the number of registers that are available in 8086 microprocessor is less. So it is not possible. To perform string operations, we have to use the memory locations. So here, string manipulations, first we will discuss how to insert a byte in a string. That means first we have to consider a string, then we have to take one number, what we have to insert in a string. Then we should also consider after which number we have to insert this new number. After making all this, we have to see the output in the destination register. So here, since we are performing the string manipulation operation, inserting a byte in a string. So here we will insert a number which is of byte size in a string. Now, while performing string operations, we have to consider the input by using the memory location. So generally here, if you are performing any string operations, you have to consider the registers which will help for inserting a string. So in the register organization of 8086 microprocessor, we have different registers like SI, that is source index, which will take the input string, and we also have this BX register. So BX register is the base register, which will also help to take another set of input like string, and the next register is DI. So DI represents here destination index register. So after performing all the operations, in order to see the output, we will generally consider this DI register. So for example, let us have the small idea how to write an assembly language program to insert a byte in a string. So for example here, consider the SI register with a memory location 2000. So initialize SI register with a value 2000. So it represents here in a 2000 location. So from 2000 location, you are going to take inputs. Okay. So the input should be of byte size like 10, 11, 12, 13, like this. Okay. So how much amount of, how many numbers we are going to take in a string will be considered by taking this CX register. So for example, if CX register you are taking as 4, it represents there are 4 numbers in a string. 4 inputs are there in a string. Now, next. So after taking the inputs in the location 2000, in order to insert a byte in a string, we have to take another register which is called BX. So BX is a base register. So here we can take this BX register with a value 5000. Okay. And also BX register we need to take with another location 7000. So why it is necessary, why we are using same BX registers 2 times means, because while considering strings here, we should take only 3 registers, that is SI, BX and DI. So here BX is 5000 we have taken. So here 7000 we have taken. So in the 7000 we can give one input which is of byte size. Let us consider here 09. So what is this 09 means? Inserting a byte in a string. That means this 09 is a number what we are inserting in a string. Okay, and here this bx is 5000. So in the 5000 we have to represent one number which is present in a string. That means here the number what we are showing in the 5000 location will say after which number you have to insert this 09. So for example, if you take 11 here, so this is the number representing after which number we have to insert. We have to insert 09. Okay. So this 7000 value says it is a location where we are going to take one byte. So this is the byte what we are going to insert. So this byte we will insert after which number in a string. So after which number will be taken in this 11. Okay. So now after performing all this, we have to see the output in the DI location. So this DI location here we can take as 3000. So 3000 is initialized with a DI register. So in the DI register, we can observe the output string. So this DI is 3000. So in the DI location, you can see the output of a string after inserting a byte. So here the first number is 10. So here comes 10. Okay. So the next number is 11. So in the 3001, we will have 11. So after this 11 number, we are going to insert this 09. So inserting a byte in a string after this 11. So here this will be present in 3002, and next whatever the numbers are there, the remaining numbers in a string, as it is, it will be copied from SI to DI location. So the remaining numbers here are 12, 13 and so on. So here this is 3003 and this is 3004. So like this the number will be inserted. So now we have to consider this example and we have to write the assembly language program. Now, so here this assembly level language program is a low level language. Generally this program we will use, to write this program we will use the mnemonics because it will be easily understandable by the user. So here what we have taken is SI, DI and BX registers. So these are the three registers we can use during string operations. So here we have taken this SI register in order to store the input string, and here this DI register in order to store the output string. And here next BX register is there and it is having the 5000 value, and in this 5000 value we have to say after which number we have to insert. That means we have to give one number in this 5000 location and that number should be present in the string, because after this number only the new number will be inserted. And here CX register is used. We know CX is a counter register. It says the count value. Okay. So here it is taken as 05. That means the count value is 5. The input string will consist of 5 numbers. So for this here, move SI, 2000 means the value 2000 will be moved into SI register. And move DI, 3000 means the value 3000 will be moved into DI register. And next one is move BX, 5000, the value 5000 will be moved into BX register. And next move CX, 0005. So it represents this 0005 value will be moved into CX register. That means the counter is initialized to 5. And next here this CLD. So this is the instruction which represents clear direction flag. Clear the direction flag. That means here this direction flag will be equal to 0. And we know that if DF is equal to 0, the processor will be operating in auto increment mode. It will be operating in auto increment mode. So auto increment mode means if once this CLD instruction is executed, the value of SI and DI will be automatically incremented by 1. So if the value of SI and DI will be automatically incremented by 1 means the value of SI will be SI plus 1 and the value of DI will be DI plus 1. So this is the main purpose of using this CLD. Okay. So instead of writing in the program every time increment SI, increment DI, instead of that we can write this CLD instruction which performs the same operation. Next, move AL comma SI. So here SI is the source index. That means you have to consider here the SI location. So SI represents source index. What you are going to take input in this location. So here SI is initialized to 2000. So here comes 2000, 2001 and 2002, 2003 and 2004 only. Why? Because here the counter value is 5. So only 5 numbers can be taken in the input. Now, so let us consider here some values, inputs, which is of byte size. So let us consider here there is 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. So these are the numbers that are present in a string. And so move AL comma SI. So SI here it is kept in a bracket. So it represents the content of SI will be moved into AL register. So present up to now the value of SI is 2000. So the value present in this 2000 location is 11. So the value 11 will be moved into accumulator, that is AL register. And next compare AL comma BX. Here also BX is kept in a bracket. It means comparison operation will be performed between the content which is present in AL and the content which is present in this BX location. So the content present in AL is 11 and the content which is present in BX. So what is BX here? Here BX is initialized to 5000. Okay, so we can take here one number. So let us consider one number which is present in a string. For example, take 12. So here 12 is there in a string. Okay, so compare AL comma content of BX. So now consider here the content of BX is 12. So comparison operation means the negative operation will be performed between this AL and content of BX, but result will not be stored anywhere. So that means 11 minus 12 operation is performed. Anyway, here the result will be negative. And next instruction is JZL2. So here JZ represents jump if 0. So jump if 0. Which one is 0? Here we have written this JZ instruction after this line. Okay. After comparison operation based on the result, jump operation will be performed. So jump if 0. That means here if the result is 0, go to the label L2. Okay. So but here after performing this negative operation, the result is not 0. The result is not 0. So it is having some result which is in minus value. So jump if 0 only, the control will be going to this L2. Otherwise, the next instruction will be executed. So the next instruction is here move SB. So move SB represents here move string byte. Move string byte. So once this move SB instruction is executed, the value which is present in SI will be moved into DI location. So here we have considered the value of DI as 3000. So let us consider here. This is DI which is initialized to 3000. Okay. And here also you will have some inputs. 3000, 3001 and 3002 so on. And after this move SB instruction is executed, the first value from SI, it will be moved into DI. That is 11 will be moved into DI. And next instruction is loop L1. So once if this instruction is executed, the control will be going to the label L1. Okay. So if it is going to the label L1, again the same set of instructions will be executed one more time. So if they are executed, next one is move AL comma SI is here. Okay. So here SI, previously SI is 2000. But now since we have written here CLD instruction, the value of SI will be automatically incremented by 1. No need to write increment SI anywhere here. Okay. So CLD instruction, because of this CLD instruction, if move SB instruction is executed, the value of SI will be incremented by 1 and the value of SI here, the value of SI here becomes 2001. So the content present in 2001 will be moved into AL. So here in 2001 there is a value 12. So 12 will be moved into AL. Now the value of AL is 12. And next instruction is compare AL comma BX. Now the value which is present in BX and AL will be compared. So AL is having 12 now. Okay. And BX value, it is anyway fixed. It is 12 only. Only content of SI and DI will be incremented, not BX. So compare AL comma BX. So here 12 minus 12 will be compared and the result will be 0. So here the result is 0. Okay. So here the next instruction is JZL2, jump if 0. Yes, in this case the result is 0. Then it goes to the label L2. So the control from here directly it moves to the label L2. And these instructions will not be executed. The control directly goes to the label L2 once if the comparison operation is result is 0. Now here also move SB instruction is there. So the value will be moved from SI location to DI location. So now the value of SI is 2001. So this 12 value which is present in 2001 will be moved into 3001. Why? Because not only SI, DI also will be incremented. So if DI is incremented, previously it is 3000. If it is incremented by 1, it becomes 3001. So the 12 will be copied here. And next one, move BX comma 7000. Up to now the processor has stored in a register BX a value 5000. Now when this instruction is executed, move BX comma 7000, now processor in BX register, it is going to store a value 7000. So let us consider here there is a value 9 in 7000 location. So whatever the number we want, we can consider, but that number should be byte size only. So this 09 will be considered. So when this move BX comma 7000 instruction is executed, the value 7000 will be moved into BX register. Now move AL comma BX. Now the processor knows that the BX is 7000, not 5000. So here the content which is present in BX is now 09. So this 09 value will be moved into AL register. Now move DI comma AL. That means the value which is present in AL will be moved into DI location. So here the value is 09. It will be moved into DI location. So what is the DI location now? So the value here, DI location here, it is 09. It will be moved. So the value of DI is 3002. Okay. Now, so here decrement CX. So the value of CX will be decremented by 1. So here the value of CX, if it is decremented by 1 from 5, it becomes 0004. And next is increment DI. So we will write here only increment DI instruction. We will not write increment SI. Why? Because here from 2000 the value have been moved into 3000 location. From 2001 the value have been moved into 3001 location. After this we have inserted a new number 09. And next, what is our intention? After inserting a byte in a string, whatever the remaining data that is present in the input string should be copied into the destination. So generally, if you won't write this increment DI instruction, what happens means, again the same 2002, whatever the value is present in the 2002 location, it will be copied into 3002 location. So whatever is there in the 2003 location, it will be moved into 3003 location. So if that is the case, it represents no insertion is done. So since here there is a small mismatch has happened, that mismatch can be overcome by writing one instruction increment DI. So then the value of DI will be incremented by 1. So if it is incremented by 1, so previously the value of DI is 3002, it will become 3003. Now considering here from 3003 location, repeat move SB. Next instruction is repeat move SB. Generally here this repeat instruction will be used as a prefix to another instruction, string instruction. So generally this move SB is the normal instruction, string instruction. So this repeat is used as a prefix to this move SB instruction. So if you are using this repeat as a prefix to this move SB instruction, when this instruction is executed, the entire data which is present will be copied from SI location to DI location. So the remaining data that is present here is 13, 14 and 15. So here 13, 14 and 15 will be copied from SI to DI location. So since here we have written increment DI instruction, this will be 3004 and this is 3005. And the next instruction is INT3. So this INT3 represents end of the program. End of the program. Okay. And generally if you see inputs, the locations will be from 2000 to 2004 only. But if you see the output from 3000 to 3004, one location will be incremented. Why this increment has happened means because we have inserted this number. That is why in order to store the remaining content from SI to DI, this location will be, the value of DI will be incremented by 1. So that is why here we are writing the instruction increment DI. So this is how we have to write the program in order to insert a byte in a string. Now, so if we consider here the program's observation table, what it consists of means it consists of input. So input means, so all these are the memory locations that have been handled by a register SI. And this is the value of BX. After that, 7000 is a value of BX. So from 2000 to 2004, we have considered a string, that is, so previously we have considered 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15 is the string we have considered. And we have inserted this 09 number, what we have stored in the 7000 location, handled by a register bx, and we have inserted this 09 in the string after a number 12. So that 12 is the number we have to give in the 5000 location, because it is also necessary to say after which number in the string this new number should be inserted. And after executing that assembly language program, the output will be stored in DI register. So if you observe here, the input SI will be having 2000 to 2004 only, but DI location will be from 3000 to 3005, not 3004. Why? Because after inserting this number, one location will be mismatched, incremented. So here we will get the output 11, 12. So since here 12 is indicated, after 12 in the string, this 09 will be inserted. After that, this whole content will be copied from SI to DI. Okay. So this is the program to perform string manipulation, that is inserting a byte in a string. And next string manipulation is deleting a byte in a string. So here deleting a byte in a string means first we have to consider a string. So let us consider, for example, we are going to consider a string, input string, by using SI register. And here also we are performing the string operation. So it is not possible to write or to enter all the inputs that present in the string by using registers. So we have to use the memory location. So consider here the SI register which holds the input string and initialize it to a location 2000. That means here in the 2000 location, SI, we are going to give one input, and here the input consists of some set of numbers. Okay, so let us consider here also it consists of 5 numbers. So 2003 and this is 2004. So let us consider here the string consists of these numbers. Okay, and this is the input. Next, we should take one more register, and in that register we have to give a number what we have to delete from this string. So for that we are going to take one register which is called BX, and we are going to initialize this BX register with a location 5000. So in this 5000 location, we need to give one value, and that value will be deleted. So let us consider here the string consists of 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15 numbers. So let us consider here the value of CX is 0005. That means string consists of 5 inputs from 2000 to 2004. And here the BX value, it is 5000. Let us consider here we have 12 number. That means we are going to delete this 12 number which is present in a string. So after deleting this, the output should be stored in another memory location. It also consists of string. So this is DI. It will be stored in DI. So initialize it to 3000 location. So here this is DI. It is initialized to 3000. So it consists of 3001, 3002 and 3003 only. Okay. So here in the inputs, we will have 5 inputs. But after deleting a byte in this string, the output will be only 4 numbers in a string, because this number will be deleted. That is why here we will have inputs from 2000 to 2004. But in this case, we will have from 3000 to 3003 only, not 3004. Why? Because one number will be deleted. So after deleting this number in the string, what we can observe in the output means we can see 11, 13, 14 and 15. This is the string we have to see. Now for this logic, we have to write the assembly level language program for deleting a byte in a string. Now, so this is the program to delete a byte in a string. So same as usual, we have taken this SI register and we have initialized that to 2000 location. So the value 2000 will be moved into SI register because we are going to consider input string in the 2000 location. And here the input string size is 5. 5 numbers which is of byte size can be taken in the input string. Move di, 3000 means the value 3000 will be moved into di location. So in this di location, that is 3000 only, we are going to observe the output after deleting a byte in a string. Move bx, 5000. So the value 5000 will be moved into bx register. So what we are going to give in the 5000 means we are going to give one byte number which is present in a string. That number will be deleted from the string. And next one is CLD. So clear the direction flag. Clear direction flag. So if the CLD instruction is executed, the value of SI and DI will be automatically incremented by 1. So it becomes SI plus 1 and DI becomes DI plus 1. So the purpose of this CLD instruction is processor will be operating in the auto increment mode. Auto increment mode. So this is the main instruction that we can use while performing the string operations instead of simply writing increment SI, increment DI every time. Now, so move AL, SI. So the content which is present in SI will be moved into AL. So according to the previous example, so the content present in SI value is 2000. So the content present in SI is 11. So here the value 11 will be moved into AL register. And so let us consider here SI 2000, 2001, 2002, 3 and 4 consists of 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15, and BX is having 5000 and we are taking 12, the number which you are going to delete. And after deleting, let us consider here in DI what we are going to observe. So move AL, SI means up to now the value of SI is 2000. So the value present in this 2000 location is 11. It will be moved into AL register accumulator. And compare AL, content of BX. Okay. So here comparison operation means negative operation will be performed, but result will not be stored anywhere. So 11 minus. So the value which is present in BX is 12. So 11 minus 12. Here we are going to get the negative result. So it is not equal to 0. And next instruction is JZL2. So JZ represents here jump if 0. So which one is 0 means if the previous instruction result is 0, go to the label L2. But the previous instruction is not producing 0 as a result after comparing. So the next instruction move SB will be executed. So move SB instruction represents move string byte. So the value of SI, the content present in SI will be moved into DI location. So here the value 11, it will be moved into DI. And after moving, the value of SI and DI will be incremented by 1. Not only the content of SI is moved to DI, the content of SI and DI will be incremented by 1 because here there is an instruction CLD. Now we know SI value is 2001 and DI value is 3001. And next is loop L1. When this instruction is executed, the control will be going to the label L1 and from here again the same instructions will be executed. So if the control goes to the label L1, here we can see the instruction move AL comma content of SI. Now the value of SI is 2001. Content present in 2001 is 12. So here the 12 value will be moved into AL. And compare AL comma content of BX. So here AL consists of 12. Okay. So BX anyway it consists of 12. So 12 minus 12 operation will be performed. If this two are compared, the result will be 0 in this case. Okay. Now next instruction is JZ L2, jump if 0, go to the label L2. So based on the previous result, the value is 0. So the control directly goes to the label L2. These instructions will not be executed. It directly goes to the label L2. So here the instruction is increment SI. So the SI value will be incremented by 1. That is SI plus 1. So present the value of SI is 2001. Okay. Now it becomes 2002. And decrement CX. So the value of CX will be decremented by 1. So from 5 it becomes 0004. And so the value of SI here is 2002. So repeat move SB. If this repeat move SB instruction is executed, the entire data which is present in SI, the remaining data, that will be moved into DI location. So here after this number has been identified, by writing this increment SI instruction, we have skipped this 2001 value which should be moved into DI location. So because of skipping this and writing increment SI, this SI value will be skipped. That is 12 will be skipped. Skipping means that value 12 byte will be deleted. So after writing increment SI, it has become 2002. Okay, so 2001 location has been, the value which is present in 2001 location has been deleted. So repeat move SB, the entire data which is present from 2002 to 2004 will be moved from SI to DI location. So here DI location is 3001. So after 11 we will have 13, 14 and 15. So this 12 number will be deleted. It will not be present in the DI location. So this is how we have to write an assembly language program to delete a byte in a string. Next. So if you want to maintain the observation table for the previous program, so in the program we have taken the inputs in SI location. So all these are the inputs what we have taken in the SI location, and the inputs we have considered is data which is of byte size. So 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15 is the data. And here in the 5000 location, that is which we have initialized with the BX register. In this location we have given 12. So this 12 is a number what we have indicated, and that number is present in a string. That means that number will be deleted. So after deleting the number in the output, that is DI register, we are going to observe here 11, 13, 14 and 15. So this 12 will be deleted. And next string manipulation is moving a block of data from one memory location to another memory location. So here, in order to move a block of data from one memory location to another memory location, we have to initialize two values of memory location. So here, consider the input string what we are taking is in SI register, and that SI register is initialized with a value 2000, for example. And another register DI which is initialized with a value 3000. So here in the 2000 location, we are going to take one set of inputs, that is string. So 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003 and 2004 and so on. Okay. So how many numbers we have to take in the input string? That we have to write by using the CX register. So we have to indicate the count value, and according to that, those many number of inputs will be taken. And here all these are the inputs. Okay. So for example, if you consider 11, 12, 13, 14 and so on numbers, this is a block of data. It will be moved into another block. So here this is SI. From the location 2000, it will be moved into another location DI. So destination index, which has been initialized with a value 3000, 3001, 3002, 3003 and 3004 and so on. Okay. So here 11, 12, 13, 14 like this. So we have to move a block of data. So this is a block of data from one memory location to another memory location. Okay. So we have to write the program now to perform this operation. And so this is the program to move a block of data from one memory location to another memory location. So here the first instruction is move SI, 2000. So the value 2000 is moved into SI register. And next one, move DI, 3000. So the value 3000 will be moved into DI register. And next move CX, 0008. So 0008 value will be moved into CX register. And repeat move SB. So once if this repeat move SB instruction is executed, the entire block of data which is present in one memory location will be moved into another memory location. So here this repeat is a instruction which will be used as a prefix to another instruction. So this MOVSB is the string instruction, and we have used this REP instruction as a prefix to this MOVSB instruction. So when this instruction is executed, a whole block of data will be moved from one location to another location. That is from 2000 location to 3000 location. And so only one instruction, this instruction is very important. So INT03 means breakpoint of the program. Okay. Now, so in order to write the observation table to move a block of data from one location to another memory location, so here you can consider one memory location as an input, and here in this memory location we can take some inputs like 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 like this. Since in the program we have written the value of CX to 8 only, we can take the inputs from 2000 to 2007. And so here the block of data which is present in this location will be moved from SI to DI. So SI represents source index and DI represents destination index. So here we will have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 and 17. And next string manipulation is reverse a given string. So we have to perform the reverse operation. First we need to consider one input string with the help of a register SI, and we have to store the result in the DI in the reverse manner. So for example, here reversing a string means consider SI register with a value 2000 and DI register with a value 3000. And since we have to take a string, we should say how many number of inputs we are going to consider in that string. So here the number of inputs, consider 8. So since we have taken here CX, we have to represent with a 16-bit number. Now, so here this SI is a register. SI is a register which is initialized with a value 2000. So the counter value is 8 here. So we have to take 8 inputs. So 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006 and 2007. So these are the 8 inputs we have to take here. And how we have to get the output means we have to get in the reverse manner. And that output generally we are going to store by using DI register, which is initialized with a value 3000. So since here 8 inputs are there, so 3001, 3002, 3003, 3004, 3005, 3006 and 3007. So all these are the output locations. Okay. So let us consider here the string 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. Okay. So these are the numbers that are present in the string. Now, performing a reverse operation means the value which is present in this 2007 location should be moved into the 3000 location. That means in a string, the last value should be moved into first value. So we have to store the value which is present in 2007 into 3000 location. That means this 18 value should be moved here. And next, this 17 value should be moved. So this 17 is present in this 2006 location. It should be moved into 3001 location. And next, this 2005 location value 16 should be moved into 3002. So 16 comes here. So similarly, here we should get 15 and here the value should be 14. And so here we have to get 13 and next here 12 and here we should get 11. That means the first value which is present in the 2000 location should be moved to the last value, that is into 3007 location. So in order to implement this logic, let us see how to write an assembly language program. Now, so this is the assembly language program to reverse a given string. So previously we have taken the string. Now, so move SI comma 2000. So here we are initializing this 2000 to SI register in order to take set of inputs, input string. So here 2000 will be moved into SI. So generally in this string operations and all, we can observe the registers SI, DI and BX. Move DI comma 3000, the value 3000 will be moved into DI register. And move CX comma 0008, so the value of CX is 0008. Next, add SI comma 07. So this instruction is very important in order to perform reverse of a string. So add SI comma 2000 means, see here SI is not kept in the brackets. So the value of SI will be added with 07 and again it will be stored in SI register only because it is in place of destination. Add destination comma source is the general format. So here SI is 2000. So to this 2000, this 07 will be added and it will be stored in this SI register. and that value will be the value of SI. And here this is 2007. Now the value of SI register is 2007, not 2000. And move AL comma content of SI. So here we have taken SI. Here we have taken SI. So 2000, 2001, 2002, 3, 4, 5 and 2006, 7. This is the string we have considered. Okay. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 and 17. And the next DI, we can consider here DI with a value 3000. So this is 3000, 3001, 3002, 3003, 4, 3005, 6 and this is 7. Okay, and here the value of SI is now 2007. So move AL comma SI. So the content which is present in this SI location 2007 is 17. So this 17 will be moved into AL register. And now move DI comma AL. So the value which is present in this AL will be moved into DI location. So up to now the value of DI is 3000. So it will be moved into 3000 location. So 17 value will be moved into 3000 location. So here comes 17. So the last value will be going to the first one in DI register. And so here decrement SI instruction is there. So SI value will be decremented by 1. So previously the value of SI is 2007. It will be decremented by 1 and it becomes 2006. And increment DI. So increment DI means the value of DI will be incremented by 1. So previously the value of DI is 3000. If it is incremented by 1, it becomes 3001. And decrement CX. So the counter value will be decremented by 1. Why? Because one number is being moved from SI to DI. After one number reverse operation is completed. So CX value should be decremented by 1. So the value of CX becomes 0007. Next, J and Z up. So J and Z represents here jump if not 0. So jump if not 0. Which one is not 0 means based on the previous instruction. So previous instruction value is previous instruction is saying about the CX register. So jump if not 0. That means if CX value is not 0, go to the label up. So if the control goes to the label up, again the same set of instructions will be repeated. And here, if it goes to the label up, next move AL comma content of SI. Here, the value will be moved into AL register. Content of SI. Up to now, what is the value of SI? 2006. So here, what is the value present in 2006? It is 16. So here, 16 value will be moved into AL register. And move DI comma AL. So the value present in AL will be moved into DI location. So here, 16 will be moved into this DI location. So present, what is DI? 3001. So this value will be moved into 3001 location. So here the value 16 can be observed in 3001 location. So this is 3001. We can find the value 16. And next one is decrement SI. So the value of SI will be decremented by 1. It becomes 2005. And increment DI. So the value of DI will be incremented by 1. So DI value will become 3002. And next one is decrement Cx. So Cx becomes 0, 0, 0, 6. And jump if not 0. So in this case also Cx value is not 0. Again the control will go to the label up, and again same set of instructions will be repeated. So if same set of instruction repeated until counter becomes 0. Before the counter becomes 0, all the values will be moved from SI to DI location in the reverse order. So this is very important line that will perform this reverse operation. So once if all the contents have been copied from SI to DI in the reverse order, the value of counter becomes 0. So if the counter is not 0 only, it goes to the label up. Once if the counter becomes 0, the next instruction INT03 instruction will be executed. So this instruction represents breakpoint of the program. That is end of the program. So this is how we have to write an assembly language program to reverse a given string. So in order to maintain the observation table for this, in the same way here, so all these are the memory locations related to SI, and all these are the memory locations where you are going to see the output. So the output to see, we have initialized the DX register. So the inputs here we have considered is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 and 17. If once that program what we have written, if it is executed, all these numbers will be arranged in the reverse order. So from 2007, it will move to 3000. So 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11 and 10. So this is how we have to write the assembly level language programs to perform different string operations. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.